Alright guys, Jack42 here. So I finally just got my Valentine One Gen 2 today after the FedEx guy just apologized from this morning and told me that he closed out my somehow closed out the delivery. So it did not get delivered this morning. So I finally got it today after he made a second attempt. So right now you're looking at my R7, which I took down off my windshield because I will be running the new Valentine One Gen 2. Now those that aren't familiar with Valentine, it's been a long time since they have revamped the Valentine One. So the internet broke last couple of days when the Valentine One was finally released to the G2. So as you can see on the top of the box, it's V1 Gen 2. Right here you see the SAW D2L powered. That means this thing is turbocharged times 4. It has 4 LNAs added. That means, for those of you that don't know what an LNA is, a low noise amplifier that acts like a turbo to an engine. So this thing is ready to kick some tail and hopefully can hang with the R3 and the Uniden R7. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Alright, so of course when you open your box you got your quick start guide. Very nice detailed online instructions. I'll give you a time to take a quick look. So your volume is now on the top, so you see your little buttons right here on the top. They have done away with the knob, which is seems to be a big deal, but I like change. So now we have a power button and the volume buttons on top. So it's pretty much got the same features as the old V1. It's got advanced logic. It still counts the bogeys. It still got the J alerts, which is terminates radar detector alerts or falses. So now the V1 has Bluetooth enabled, so that's awesome. So you don't have to carry around your little V1 dongle wherever you go. If you forgot it, you're kind of screwed because you got to have that thing for Bluetooth. So now you can just grab your V1 detector and hit the road. As you see, you got your arrows. Now the band identifications of the K, KA, and laser and X are all lit up instead of the little LEDs that used to be lit up. Now you've got your strength meter that is vertical now instead of horizontal, so that's going to take a little bit to get used to. The front looks real sleek, kind of like the R7. I know people don't like comparing it to the R7, but it is a pretty well R7 looking detector. It's just what it is. Sorry guys, that's just my opinion. It's an R7, but I think R7 did the copy instead of Valentine, so Valentine didn't have much of a choice with the redesign of the case and all. So you can go in further in your book and it tells you how to mount. Just don't mount like a Cobra. Make sure that thing's level. It's embarrassing when you have a $400 or $500 detector now and it's not level, so be sure to level your detector. So who cares about the book, right? Let's get into the good stuff. Alright, so you look into your little foam pouchy thing. Get that out of the way. So here you have your visor mount. So I never was a fan of these because they never were completely level, but it's good they include these. That's a nice addition. You got your accessory bag. It has your nice RJ cord. Okay, you've got your more cable for, I guess, I'm guessing a hardwire kit that comes with. Got your 12-volt plug for the kit. And then you got your accessory bag here. And it's got your for your hard wire, which is nice. And then they include some suction cups. Now I'm always struggling with these V1 suction cups, so I was glad they included some new ones, because yeah, once you stick the V1s on, it's kind of like ripping them off with super glue, or they just won't stay on, period. After they've been on for a while, they just keep falling off, and the detector just hammers down on the dash, and you're like, what was that brick that just fell? And it was your V1. So you don't want that happening to your new one. So let's go ahead and take the V1 out of the case. All right. As you can see, it's all nice and sleek and hidden, so it doesn't fully give it away it's a V1. It's kind of stealth looking. I like how it kind of looks purple off to the side. It's kind of interesting because it's not lit up yet. Once again, you got your volume and your minus on top. You got your power button. It's pretty sleek. Still feels like a magnesium case, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Here's the front of it. It's pretty nice. So that you got is that an audio output? That's interesting. All right, let's power on this bad boy. So instead of taking all that crap out of the bag, I'm just gonna use my unit, and I'm gonna cheat and use my unit and cord, so hopefully it won't blow up. I'm doing this with one hand because I only have one hand to film and one hand to show you guys an open box video. All right, turn on the car.
System on.
There we go. Maybe take a while to get used to the purple background a little bit. Let's do a refresh for you. I thought you have to hold the power button down for like 5 seconds to turn it off. There we go. Alright, let's turn it back on. Well, this kind of has a echo when it powers on. Interesting. Alright guys, so there you have it. There's my open box video of my new Valentine Gen 2. I'm hoping to get out in the field with my buddy Brainstorm with Texas Countermeasure Testing Group, aka Texas CTG, and test this bad boy. So let's do the comparison side by side real quick on the R7 versus the V1. So R7 on the left, V1 on the right. There you go. Let's get in a closer picture. Yeah, well, there you have it, guys. That's my open box video of the Valentine Gen 2. I recommend you get out and get one pretty quick, or it's gonna be a back order. Maybe not as long as the R3 and the R7 was, but it will be a back order, I'm pretty sure, because this is going to be a hot item, and this is a 20-year plus wait for people that have wanted a new Valentine. So here it is. So get out and enjoy your new Valentine Gen 2, and be safe out there, guys. Take care.